crown must be around here.
Alright, we're back. Looks like things are up and running. Booyah!
Alright. Get the crown off that drogger.
Gotcha.
Get to Windhelm.
Real question is, who is left alive? Nobody but Galmar.
We'll stick around here for a while.
So, I knew that was going to happen, but I also knew I wouldn't get penalized for it. So I just went ahead and did it.
Anything else useful?
We got slow time up here. We'll grab that. Alright, war crimes. I will say, though, the biggest... So we will have to take Whiterun, because, you know, in our last playthrough with fighting for the Imperials, we defended Whiterun from the Stormcloaks. So we will have to take Whiterun this time for the Stormcloaks. I will admit, that's the quest that breaks me with this thing. It's the reason why I hate it. Because Balgruuf just gets disappointed in us. He says that he thought we were better. And that just hurts. Jarl B being mad at me, that's what hurts me. Because I love that man. Honestly, I don't care about the rest of the Jarls. Well, maybe Jarl Ygritte. I like Ygritte. She's cool. But I don't care if the rest of them don't like me as much. I get hurt knowing that Jarl Balgruuf doesn't like me anymore. That's the pain. Spiky. Okay. Now we gotta bring this to Ulfric. So there is actually an option that you may not know about. We actually get the chance to, once we have the Jagged Crown, we can bring it to the opposing side and join them for the rest of the playthrough. So we can change everything. Mwahaha. There's your power of nature. Which I think is a very interesting thing. And there also is a way to keep the Jagged Crown for yourself. Apparently you have to hang out with Hadvar or Roloff, depending on which side you're on, reverse pickpocket it to them, and then take it back once you meet them again. And then you should be able to have the Jagged Crown for yourself. I take. What's around here? Oh, frostbite spider. What is my current shout? Okay. Alright, so let's head back to Ulfi. Get myself a drink of water. It's good water. So yeah, I was talking to SWAT Daddy while I wasn't on the air. I was getting some food together in between the streams. So I was talking to SWAT Daddy about what I was talking about for Battle Spirit Saga. And so he's looking at the white deck right now. Like I said, the white deck is a snapping turtle style build where you have the turtle defense strategy, but you do have the ability to strike back. They have, like, example, the main card in the deck.
For Skyrim silver. Damn him. That old bear was right.
The old Galmar drink.
Did you run into any trouble?
So the main card in that deck is Divine Moonsky Beast, Fanatec Elk.
When he gets back.
When the spirit blocks during the turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by destruction effects, and it cannot have its cores removed. For its level 2 and 3 ability, at the end of the opponent's turn, if you did not lose life, one of their life goes into the trash. So, using Fanatec Elk, SWAT Daddy should be able to get a very good strategy going, especially with some of the things I've heard are going to be in set 1, including some protection from certain color effects like in Magic. I am now looking more at the red deck, with the main card being Nebula Dragon Andromeda. When summoned, you can destroy one of your opponent's spirits with 3,000 or less battle power, and when it attacks, it has the Confront ability at level 3, where the opponent must block. So good for field clearing. I would mostly use it for taking out my opponent's blockers and swinging with my other creatures. I'm hoping the decks have at least 2 copies of the important cards in it. I'm hoping mostly for playsets, because that would be fantastic, and we're seeing more of that in more modern card games, like in Vanguard and in... Not as much as in Yu-Gi-Oh! They're still giving out, like, 1 copy of each card that you need. But their decks are like $10 each, so it's easier to obtain. But, and Magic is kind of, for the most part, stop structure decks. Which is really a shame. Those Planeswalker decks were good. And I appreciated them. So where are we going? Here. So, I'm looking at red, he's looking at white, so it should be very interesting. Our plans are, we do want to each get a copy of the structure deck, and then grab a few packs. What we will most likely be doing is opening a few packs on camera, and then modifying the structure decks with what we pull, so it could either be really good or really bad. We don't know what yet, but that is our plan. And we're really excited. So he's looking at white right now. I'm looking at red. As I said, those are 2 colors that I believe are really going to be dominating the meta for, like, from the midway point to long range point. I really do believe it's going to be yellow dominating at the start, because again, it is a new game, it is a new meta.
May the gods watch over your battle.
And the low to the ground aggro, while people are, it's really easy to learn, and while people are figuring out the game, low to the ground aggro really does end up taking it.
What do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun?
As in all things, Lord, caution. I urge us to wait and see.
Pray wait.
I'm of a mind with Irileth. It's time to act.
You plan to march on Windhelm?
I'm not a fool, Proventus. I mean, it's time to challenge Ulfric to face me as a man, or march his stormcloaks up to the gates.
He'll do no such thing. A dagger in the back is all you could expect.
He was rather straightforward with Torrig.
Torrig? He simply walked up to the boy and murdered him.
That boy was High King of Skyrim.
I'm not the High King, but neither am I a boy. If Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way, let him. Though I suspect he'll prefer to send his stormcloaks to do it for him.
True. He's already proven his personal strength. Now he seeks to prove his armies.
Then might I urge you to consider General Tullius's request? I mean, if you are bent on offending Jarl Ulfric.
Ulfric is the one who has offended. But Proventus has a point. Ulfric has made it clear. In his mind, to refuse his claim is to side with the Empire.
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die in place of your own men?
It seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly then to accept the white gold concordate?
This again. That was different. Was I given a chance
By
to
Izmir,
object to the terms
you've
of
helped
the
save the
treaty?
Guild Green.
No.
Words can't express what that
Again,
means to the city.
We were told.
this is the part of the
We
quest I
had to
really
like-
hate. I really
Chests of
don't
gold
want to go up
didn't hurt.
against Balgroof,
Damn it.
and this is why
This isn't about
this is
gold.
one of the reasons I always go
It's time
Imperial.
to decide.
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric is serious.
Oh, he's serious. But so am I.
Finally.
So about this axe. You can return this axe to our friend. The esteemed Jarl of Windhelm has my answer. Make sure he gets it. Proventus, bring me my pen and the good parchment.
I really do hate this part. So yeah, we're very excited for Battle Spirit Saga. So one of the reasons we're so excited is also because, so for other games that we've played, it's either he's coming back after a while and trying them again, or I'm teaching him. So we're really excited because we're going to be on the same level for this. We're going to be on the same playing field. Both of us completely new to the game, figuring out for ourselves. We are really excited to figure it out together.
Staying safe, I hope?
And it's just going to be awesome. Especially as soon as I told him White has dinosaur like machines.
The Empire's
He's into it.
Then I was wrong about him. You're right, Galmark.
I mean, you weren't wrong about
A
Balgroof
known
Ulfric.
joke.
He is a true Nord. He is a powerful, good man. He just doesn't think
Whiterun is
that
only
what you're doing is right.
I've toured our camps. We're ready, Ulfric. Whenever you are.
So I really respect Balgroof
Is
for
any
standing
man
up here.
ever ready to give the order?
Yeah,
No
you're ready
need
to
of
give this
that
order.
sort.
You liked giving this
No.
order.
But neither is every man able to give that order when he must. But you are that man, Ulfric. You've been that man before.
Again,
and you'll be him
Ulfric
again.
has been accused of
And
many
these
war
men and
crimes.
women, they call themselves Stormcloaks because they believe in you. They are the meanest, toughest sons of bitches Skyrim has to offer. And they want this. They want this as
I do
much
think the
as you
Stormcloaks
do.
are fanatics.
Perhaps they want it more.
You're certain we're ready? Whiterun's army will no doubt be bolstered with legionnaires. And those walls around Whiterun are old, but they still stand.
We are ready. And I might be old myself, but I'll kick those damn walls down with my bare feet. If you would only ask me to do it.
And I'm sure you could do it too. All right. This is it.
Yes!
Send the word. A new day is dawning, and the sun rises over Whiterun.
I and the sons of Skyrim will greet that dawn, teeth and swords flashing.
So it begins. Make haste to our camp in Whiterun. I want you on the front lines. I have a feeling about you. Your place is on that battlefield. I need you there. Fight well or die well. Talos be with
I
you.
mean, I'm going to fight well. Again, I feel what the Stormcloaks are feeling. I do. And they are right that taking away their freedom like this, especially freedom of religion, is really wrong. People should be free to worship who they want to worship.
Horses.
Obviously, unless their worshiping practices involves killing a whole bunch of other people and, you know, doing heinous things. But it's very wrong that the Empire is now outlawed Talos because they had to. And I've explained before the reasons why the Aldmeri Dominion wants Talos gone. But I really think that Ulfric went about it the absolute wrong way. I still think many of his followers are fanatics, At the base core of it, it is desired for religious freedom and such. But
This is it, man!
they're doing it wrong. They're doing it real wrong.
And murderers! But no! We are farmers! We are craftsmen! We are sons and daughters of shopkeepers, maidservants, and soldiers! We are the sons and daughters of Skyrim! And we have come this far because our cause is true! Because we fight as one! And because our hearts are bursting with anger!
Really, just honestly, like I said before, there's always different sides to a conflict. There are different perspectives and reasons. And the way they kind of set this up is so that you can see those different perspectives and you can go with the one that suits you. And I do think they did that well. But I still think the Stormcloaks still come off as fanatics, and they come off as horribly racist. And honestly, not really good. I'm not saying every Stormcloak is evil, but I think the practices that they're doing, I think what they're doing really isn't a good thing. And I think Ulfric is actually a bad man. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna blast through these guys. Another reason I find Ulfric wrong is I've mentioned before freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom of religion. Ulfric, I feel like in his haste and desire to get his freedom, his people's freedom, he neglects the freedom of others. Like, I mean, the Dark Elves are a fine example. The Argonians, another example, the Khajiits. Now, obviously, the Empire are not saints. But I still think it might be the better option. Which is unfortunate. Alright. Should be almost there. Unbound storms!
Enough! That's enough. I surrender. I surrender. Peace! Everyone stand down. That's an order.
Yeah, I carried this battle myself.
Algrove!
Vignar Greymane. Your family was noticeably absent from the walls. Now I know why. Wouldn't a dagger in the back have sufficed?
You think this is
Yes, I do
personal?
think it's personal.
The Empire has no place in Skyrim. Not anymore. And you have no place in Whiterun anymore.
A convenient position to hold now. But mark my words, old man. In the days to come, Ulfric will spread his rebellion thin. And what then? We need the Empire as much as it needs us. We Nords are the Empire. Our blood built it.
I honestly
Blood
still agree
sustains
with
it.
Ulfric. Or not
All
Ulfric.
people should know that.
Balgruf.
This was mine. I made it to whoever I damn well pleased.
That's nice enough little hamlet.
Wish to see an empire without Talos? Without
dragon
its
attacks,
soul? We
should
should
be
be
a different
fighting
story.
those witch elves. We need them. The Emperor's nothing more than a puppet of the Thalmor.
Not necessarily.
Skyrim needs a High King who will fight for her. Damn shame. And Whiterun needs a Jarl who will do the same. Damn shame.
Tell me, Vignar, was all this worth it? How many of those corpses lining our streets wear the faces of men who once called you friend? What about their families?
Enough! Both of you! There is a burning city out there that needs a government. He's right. Galmar, come. Let us restore order.
This isn't over. You hear me, you old fool? This isn't over. And you, Stormcloak, I thought better of you. You'll all come to regret this day.
This is the part that I hate.
Get over to Vendhelm. Tell Ulfric of victory here.
Just really, when you look at it, it really feels like the Stormcloaks are the bad guys. I really feel like that's the way Bethesda was trying to paint it. Because, oh boy, does it look like that's how they're doing it.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
It really, really looks like they want us to think the Stormcloaks are the bad guys. Like I said, I can feel for their cause. But oh boy, does it feel like they went about it the absolutely wrong way.
What do you need?
It really feels like they went at this the very, very, very worst way. Alright, let's go tell Ulfric that we did his dirty work for him. And we got an error.